Hi, I'm Jeremy with Canadian Drapery Hardware. Today we're going to be demonstrating how to easily create these beautiful designs for your home using our shearing tapes. When you use our tapes, you have the opportunity to create a wide variety of designs, including our straight pencil pleat, which is 4-corded. You can also create a broken pencil pleat. You can create a diamond pleat, which is 3-corded. All of our shearing tapes are available in 4 different sizes. So you have 1 inch wide, you have 2 inch wide, available in white and clear. You have 3.5 inches, and you also have 4 inches. And they're also available in looped and unlooped. Right now we have the president of Canadian Drapery Hardware, Michael Ferdman, who's going to be demonstrating how to tie our shearing tapes.
To create a sheared heading, make sure that you take the same amount of shearing tape as you have in fabric. So for instance, if your window is 10 feet wide and you want triple fullness, you will use a shearing tape that creates triple fullness. We're going to use the broken pencil pleat, which is the S1004, and we're going to use 30 yards worth of fabric. The same 30 yards worth of fabric and 30 yards worth of shearing tape. We'll cut down 30 yards. This is all made out of 100% polyester with waxed nylon cords. And because they're waxed nylon cords, we will have to triple knot the first and second cord together after the shearing tape is sewn onto the fabric. And the third and fourth cord together in a triple knot. The reason for a triple knot is it prevents the cords from ever loosening up and losing the cords in the sleeve that holds them in the shearing tape. Now there's no way these cords can come apart. You lay the shearing tape on the fabric at the top and you stitch right across above the first cord, above the second cord, below the third cord, and below the fourth cord. With Canadian Drapery Hardware shearing tape, you never need to stitch above and below each of the cords. If you do that, you will see 8 stitch lines outside the heading of the fabric. And I'll show it to you again. Always stitch above the first cord, above the second cord, below the third cord, and below the fourth cord. Once your shearing tape is part of your fabric, remember, one side has a triple knot on the top and bottom cords. You go to the other side of the shearing tape and pull a little bit, pull the cords out just a little. And you hold them in your left hand if you're a right-handed person, and in your right hand if you're a left-handed person. Holding them tight together, like this. Start massaging the fabric away from you. You don't pull on the cords. When you pull on the cord, you get too much of a smock. So by massaging it, you don't even have to look at it. It'll automatically create the design that you purchased. Remember, every one of the shearing tapes has a different design. Some make a diamond pleat, some make a zigzag pleat, some make a pencil pleat. This one makes a broken pencil pleat. While I'm doing this, I'll explain to you that we do this in 3 different ways. We make it in white, polyester with waxed nylon cords, or clear polyester with waxed nylon cords, or white with a looped backing. The loop backing works as a hook and loop. The whole back of the shearing tape has a loop on it, so you can stick it onto a Velcro track that has a hook already on it. Once you've done that, it'll never come off. And what's nice about having a full back with a loop rather than spacing between it is that you can actually maneuver your heading up and down, which will help you in case your floor isn't straight. If your wall, if one side of it, remember, nobody's floors are perfectly even to the ceiling from one side of the room to the other. But you notice how easy this is? I'm not forcing it, very gently massaging, and that's only because of the way we make the shearing tape with wax nylon cords. That is a pride that we've always made. And there is your broken pencil plate. Now, the same thing is with a loop backing, as I mentioned earlier. A little bit of a different texture, heavier. So if you're using triple fullness on this tape, because there's no looped back, the loop takes away 10% of the fullness. In other words, now you're going to have 2.7 to 1. So on 10 feet of window, you'll need 27 feet of fabric. A little bit less fabric. And 27 feet of tape. And what this does for you, some people actually like using this even if they don't put it on with a Velcro, because it gives a thicker look. And I'll show this to you. There's the difference between this one and this one. This is more of a distinguished open look, and you see at the bottom the way the butterflies are of the pleat. If you're using organzas or shears or linens, you can see right through them. So imagine this at the top of a clear fabric. You're not going to enjoy the look of that. It's going to look like a band-aid on top of the drape. So, introducing the same design in polyester yarn, wax nylon cords, we didn't take away from any of the quality, and clear. This is UV protected. In other words, if there's no UV protection on it, the top of the fabric will turn yellow eventually. I've seen that happen. So again, stitch the same way, the top above the first cord, above the second, below the third, and below the fourth. Keep that in mind. Remember, above, above, below, below. You can't forget that. Again, triple knot the first and second cord, triple knot the third and fourth cord. Do that on both sides. And then, again, as easy as the other one, massage the fabric. And it's so nice on a fabric, Margina actually sewed one up for me so I can show it to you. And you'll see what a finished fabric looks like. So here is the same design given to you in three different ways. Okay? The tape that doesn't have the loop back has pockets, and the pockets are made for the X50 shearing hooks. The hook goes in, over, and you hang it on the ring. When you're using an open net fabric, an open weave fabric, you don't want to see the tape. There it is, clear. It is invisible. You do want to use the white one on cottons, on prints. It gives it a little more closeness. So you got triple fullness here. And that's for 4 cords. If you're doing a 3-cord shearing tape, we do a perfect diamond pleat, which is 3 cords. When you have 3 cords, so above the first cord, above the second cord, and below the third. Okay? 3 stitches across. I'm so proud to say that shearing tapes are back. That is one of my favorite part of our industry. We started manufacturing shearing tapes almost 30 years ago. We patented the pre-looped shearing tape. The patents are long gone by now, but it was such an exciting thing in the industry that you don't have to sew Velcro to the back of the tape. Because Velcro, when you have to put Velcro on the back of one of these tapes, you have to hand stitch it. There's no tacker tall enough that the needle can go up high enough to allow the fabric, the black outlining, and the tape together to sew 1 inch of Velcro across. So as soon as we introduced it where it's pre-looped, there's actually more yarn here than Velcro has on the loop side of the tape, that it'll hold even stronger. Enjoy making your shearing tapes. Remember, Canadian Drapery Hardware, and thank you for watching us.
Thanks again for watching our video on Canadian Drapery Hardware's shearing tapes. You can get further information on our website at www.cdhltd.com. My name is Jeremy with Canadian Drapery Hardware, your industry leader with the personal touch.